What's up, Transform? This is Ben here in China, and welcome to 2019. This is my first face-to-face video with you guys. And before we get started, I just wished you guys had a great Christmas holiday and a great start to the 2019 year. And before we get down to my wish list for 2019 and what I'm look forward to in 2019 in terms of my toy collection and channel, I'll just like to thank all of you guys from the bottom of my heart for making this happen. We're just about 700 subscribers in, and thank you guys that have became my friends through this channel and through this medium. Folks that started from the beginning to folks that just started connecting with me recently. I'm just like super thankful for this. And this is like a personal journey for me, just to connect with like-minded folks just like yourselves, and I appreciate the friendship. So let's get down to the top 5 wish list for 2019. Now, I really thought about this long and hard, and there are a lot of things that I wish for, you know, in terms of my masterpiece toy collection, and maybe you guys too. But these are my top 5. Number 5, Headmasters and Target Masters from third parties that will scale with my Target Master Hot Rod from Takara Tomy. I just don't fancy Maki Toys Chrome Dome or Point Blank that is just way bigger than this guy, and so I can't put them on the same shelf. Or even the Fans Toys Weird Wolf and Cup that's just like one's bigger and one's smaller. So who can do this? And my last hope is, I think, X-Transbots, because they did show a render of their Target Master Cup, and I'm hoping that they will follow through, and then maybe follow through in making the Headmasters. Can you imagine a Headmaster RC? That would be just bonkers. Number 4, I do wish that KFC made their Junkions a little tad smaller. This guy is pretty good. He's still in the box and I haven't opened him up yet, but I think he's just way too big. I mean, I understand that Redgar is supposed to be like a head taller than Hot Rod, but this looks like a shoulder and a head way above. So yeah, KFC, can you guys just release your Junkions a little smaller? You know, I don't mind getting a reissue of this a little smaller too. Number 3, more G1 cartoon accurate combiners from third parties. Now, I don't want no Studio Ox styled Devastator from Toy World, you know, Bruticus. They're kind of cool, but they don't remind me of the cartoon. They remind me of something else. And yeah, they're representative of the characters, but they're not it. And I don't want like DX9 Stunticons that are just way too big and they don't scale with the other Carbots in my collection. And I also don't really like that Fans Toys kind of cheated just a little bit, made the cars just slightly bigger and just passed them off as the same size as whatever release that we have currently. So I don't want to get a whole new scale for my collection. I want third parties to make toys that complement my collection. Now, if I wasn't so fickle about scales, I would be collecting Chug toys, and because, you know, the scales are all over the place. Number 2, I do hope that Fans Toys and X-Transbots add more head articulation to their toys, like this guy here. You know, I wish there were more head articulation. When you compare to the official, you can do head tilts, you can look really up there, you can look down. More butterfly joints. I mean, compared to what we have here. Look at that. That's amazing. Or more playability in the out mode, like doors that open, wheels that turn, just like Batcube's Sideswipe, you know, and it just kind of matches the modern aesthetics on the modern direction of the Masterpiece toy line. And number 1, for Takara Tomy to release more G1, not Beast Wars, Masterpiece toys. Boy, I really want them to finish the I really want them to finish the toy line. Well, not like all 200 characters, but let's start with the art crew first, and then season 2. I don't know. I mean, if Cliffjumper and Jazz are just too hard to do, I mean, why not Wind Charger? He's like an American license that you can just get, right? Or Brawn, or any of the movie Decepticons that requires absolutely no licensing. Come on, Takara, I don't get it. Why are you guys making it so hard for us? Well, that's my wish list for 2019. What are your wish lists for 2019? Please leave them in the comment section down below. Now let's talk about toys that I'm looking forward to in 2019. Number 1, MP20 Plus. This is a nice wheeljack, but it's not cartoon accurate. I mean, I even decked it out in race trim, but I would love an MP20 Plus in my collection. An MP44, an MP Hound, perhaps MP19 Plus, or maybe some other announcements in 2019 from Takara Tomy. And number 2, completing my X-Transbots Stunticons set. This will be my first MP scaled combiner. And I mean, look at them. X-Transbots are definitely setting the bar for me because they are making toys that scale with my current collection. They're not making things that are way too big, alright? And having them in scale means that it has added value. I mean, I can play with it in individual mode, I can play with it in the alt mode, and the combined mode is pretty big too, 49 inches or 49 centimeters. Sorry, inches is way too big. And hopefully we'll hear more combiners coming up from them too. Number 3, the Fans Toys Aerial Bots. Now how about that? You know, in 2018, the only toy that I reviewed is this guy here, Fans Toys Skyfire. And although I bought like Cub, RC, Dracula, Lupus, and Hydra, I haven't opened them up yet. I've sold Lupus and Dracula. Hydra is taken care of. And it's not like I hate Fans Toys. I mean, I got 2 sets of their Insecticons. I got their Reflector and like their Dinobots. I even got like this ugly fella who's like way too big for Hot Rod. So maybe the Aerial Bots are my ticket back into the Fans Toys game. I don't know, maybe I'll do a Toy Talk video and compare the test shots with the G1 reference model. And number 4, I've got like 7 of these Weijiang KO'd oversized headmasters, and they're not cartoon accurate, but they scale well with Target Master Hot Rod. And they're really cheap. 7 of these is like for 30 bucks. So those are the things that I'm looking forward to in 2019. Hopefully there'll be some more new announcements, and I'm looking forward to that. So what am I going to do in terms of my channel in 2019? Well, I think the first thing I'm going to do is do a step-by-step walkthrough in setting up a Taobao and maybe an Alipay account so that you guys can buy stuff, third-party toys, direct from the sellers here in China. Now I know there's like people scared of getting scammed by Chinese scammers, but the honest truth is there's scammers in every culture. So maybe this can be like my contribution to the community. And number 2, finish up with my introduction to Masterpiece toy collecting videos. I finished shooting the videos. I'm just gonna have to edit them and then put them together and publish it. And I think this will really help the newcomers out there. So that's all from me, folks. Thanks again for everything, and hope you guys have a great 2019. Again, this is Ben here in China, signing off, and I'll see you on the flip side.